Hello everyone, thanks for joining if you're new, and welcome back for another weekly garden video. This week I'm updating my strawberries. So back at the end of June, I restarted or am moving over my strawberry bed. I know that it says that strawberries have about a 3 to 4 year lifespan before they start reduction in production. So I am getting a jump on it. My strawberries are in year 3 this year, but I am going to move them from being on the ground and put them into the raised bed. It is very hard on my knees and back to bend over and do the or pick the strawberries. So I decided to put them in my taller raised beds. I put some raised bed soil mix, and I'm sprinkling in some soil acidifier into the soil to mix it in and give the strawberries a nice acidic environment to grow in. I will be adding the soil acidifier periodically over the fall to make sure to drop the pH level in the bed. And then I put in some PVC piping that I had used earlier in the year because I intend to put a shade cloth over the bare root strawberries while they are taking root and establishing themselves in the new bed. I purchased my strawberries from a retailer on Etsy, and I got Sweet Charlie, Marie de Bois, and also Hanoye, which is what the majority of my strawberries are right now. Before I took them outside, I just dipped the roots in water so they didn't dry out while planting, because I had 50 plus strawberries to plant and I didn't want them to suffer. Once back outside, I'm showing a close-up of how I am pushing the soil around the root, not burying the crown and giving a lot of room for the roots to spread out and grow. I didn't want to plant the bare root strawberries too close either, so I tried to space them out about a fist size apart, or my fist size apart. Once I was all done, I gave this a generous watering since it was new soil and I knew it had been in the bag for a while, and to make sure they had a good base to start off and establish themselves. After giving them a nice drink of water, I then covered with the shade cloth to protect them. My thought process was, while they are establishing, try to keep some of the sun that beats down in my yard off of them. And then 1 week later, this is the result. A lot of them did take root, and there's a lot of greenery. I was very impressed with how they looked at this point in time. I didn't have any that had died off. It's now July 26th, and it's been about a month for the strawberries. The majority of the strawberries did survive. I have places where the strawberries aren't doing great, but the greenery not surviving doesn't mean the root didn't survive. So I'm going to leave this till next season and see what it does. But like this one here as well too, right under here, it doesn't have any leaves like this one, but I'm not taking it out. So I have some that were looking good, some that are bringing some new growth, and some that look like this. But overall, most of them are doing well, and I actually had to pull some of the flowers off because I really don't want these to begin to flower and try to do anything. There is one variety that is everbearing, and I just want them to wait till next season. So any runners that come off of these, any flowers that come off of these, I'm just taking them off to get them to just grow the roots. One of them got away from me here, and it produced such a teeny tiny fruit on it. I'm just gonna pluck this one off. It's ripe now, but I missed that one. I don't know how. That's the strawberry update, everyone. The other bed is resting and it's beginning to put out its runners. I will have an update on what I'm doing in that bed next. But thank you so much for watching, and until next week.